What up, YouTube? T-Movies here. Here is my throwback segment where I talk about the films that turned 10 and 20 this week. Alright, the films that turned 10, we got the Angelina Jolie action film Salt, which is based on a series of books. You also had Liam Schreiber shoot to Ejiofor. Salt had some really cool action. It was also based on a book, directed by the Crying Game director of Philip Noyce, who did a pretty good job with this. Had some cool action. And there's been talks about a sequel to Salt, but sequel has never really, came off the ground. I mean, it's somehow Angelina Jolie ended up doing a sequel to Maleficent, but she still had not done a sequel to Salt yet. I mean, it's a shame because the film, got well, like it had some mixed reviews, yeah, but it did got some well-received reviews. Critics liked it, lots of audiences really enjoyed it. So, makes me wonder, and the film did pretty well in the box office too, so I'm a little surprised we had not seen a sequel to this. I mean, there's a couple of Jolie movies that I'm surprised we still haven't got a sequel to. One, of course, is Wanted, and another is Another Song. I always wanted to see a Mr. and Mrs. Smith sequel too, but anyway. Alright. Also turning 10, we got the Selena Gomez and Joey King family comedy drama film Ramona and Beezus. I thought Joey King and Selena Gomez, of course they both play sisters in this. It was a pretty decent little family comedy. It wasn't like great or anything, but I thought it had some really decent laughs. It was really cute, charming. If you guys have not seen Ramona and Beezus yet, I'll say give it a shot. I think you'll enjoy it. Alright, also turning 10, we got this little film that got released back then called A Life During Wartime. Now, this film was from the same director of Welcome to the Dollhouse, Happiness. He's a pretty decent director. And, the film stars Shirley Henderson, who plays this character named Joy, and you've got Allison Janney and Alice Shee, who plays her sisters, Trisha and Helen. And Joy ends up being unhappy with her job, and you got Michael K. Williams as her sleazy husband. And she ends up being haunted by her dead boyfriend, Ghost, who, by the way, is played by Pee Wee Herman himself, Paul Reubens. So, this film was a pretty decent little indie flick. Allison Janney was great. Shirley Henderson was pretty decent. Who knew, like, a little interesting film with Pee Wee Herman appearing. I thought it was a pretty decent little flick. So if you guys haven't really seen it, go give it a shot. Alright, the film's turning 20 this week. We got for all you Pokemon fans, a film that turns 20. I cannot believe this turns 20. Holy cow. Pokemon, the movie 2000. Remember the one with Lugia? You had, the legendary birds, Zapdos, Moltres, and Articuno. Tracy, of course, appeared in this one. I mean, holy cow, I cannot believe Pokemon 2000 is 20 years old. I remember watching in theaters when I was a kid. I always got a kick out of 2000. Well, it's not as good as Pokemon the first movie. I still really dug it. Seeing Ash ride a Lugia was always cool to watch. We did have a bit of a Brock cameo, so that was pretty cool. I mean, if you guys haven't really seen Pokemon 2000 yet, I'd say give it a shot. Alright. Also turning 20, we got the Robert Zemeckis directed horror film What Lies Beneath, which lots of people actually quite enjoyed. I didn't care for it much. It had Harrison Ford, Michelle Pfeiffer. It was, of course, a ghost film. Zemeckis, of course, the guy best known for directing Forrest Gump. He gave us stuff like Back to the Future, Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I always like Robert Zemeckis, but this movie just wasn't all that great, to be honest. Yeah, it wasn't that creepy. It was also scripted by H.A. Coulson himself, Clark Gregg, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, I couldn't really answer that one. Also turning 20, we got the Jason Biggs-led comedy Loser, which I like Jason Biggs. I mean, come on, he was the guy who ended up screwing a pie. But Loser was horrible. It wasn't that funny. You know, speaking of American Pie, you had Mia Savary was in this. You had Greg Kinnear, Dan Aykroyd, from the same director of Clueless and Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Yeah, this didn't have too much laughs in it at all. To be honest, it's been a while since I've seen it, so maybe if I see it once again, I'll end up enjoying it. But yeah, I remember watching this one time when it was on cable, and it just was not all that great. I mean, Jason Biggs usually always had some questionable roles, whether you talk about boys and girls, Loser, but yeah. Anyway, let me leave it to you guys. Which of these films stand out to you the most? For the 10 years one, the one that stands out to me the most has got to be Saw. And the one that stands out to me the most in the 20 years one has got to be Pokemon the movie 2000. Anyway, drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here, C-Move signing off.